Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Legendary Apartment Brokers here in Kansas City. Today is Monday, August 18th, 2025, and this is the KC Multifamily Minute, where I bring you every single new listing that hits the open market for apartment buildings here in Kansas City. I'll tell you how they're going to fit in for your 1031 exchange, or if you're an active real estate investor. I'll tell you the price per unit roughly. I'll tell you the class, location. I'll give you my opinion on rents, and let's get right into it. So as we do every week, let's talk about the stats. What's out there? What's new? What are we looking at? How many under contract? What's available? So first up, we got the MLS. MLS is going to power your Zillow, your Redfin, your legendaryapartmentbrokers.com, my website, which for podcast listeners I've got pulled up here. You can take a look at all the data points on these sites that the MLS filters to. Realtor.com is another one. So anyway, what do we got? So there's actually 85 listings that are out there. Of those, 14 are under contract, and of that, which leaves 61 are available for you to buy right now that are $500,000 plus that were built before 2020. So that's right in your wheelhouse of something that's going to be should in theory be fairly affordable, and is great for 1031 exchange investors. So 61 of those, I've covered every single one of them. We've got one new one this week that's put out there on the MLS that's going to push that through to websites like legendaryapartmentbrokers.com, Zillow, Redfin, and Realtor.com. So that's out here on the MLS. And I'm going to click over to LoopNet, which is also a popular platform. And that's going to power typically a little bit larger properties. We'll talk about that here in a second. But there are, over here on LoopNet, there are 42 listings, 39 are available, 3 are marked as under contract. Remember, they have less strict rules about what's marked as under contract and what is not. So that was kind of all of what we've got going on there. Then so how does that actually equate to what's actually going on in the market? So when I talk about LoopNet, typically it's a little bit higher price. So a couple things going on there. One, you can put listings out there that are listed as unpriced. Typically your bigger firms or your maybe firms that aren't super familiar with multifamily will list it as unpriced, hoping that they get some kind of highest and best, more of an auction style listing platform. It's worked out for them. Doesn't work for me. I don't like it. Investors don't like it. That are shooting for a number. So anyway, but that's why you don't see a ton of listed prices on some of these LoopNet style properties. So just give you an example. Remember, there's 42 that are out there, 39 are available. There's on LoopNet, there are 6 that are listed from 1 million to 2 million. So 6 that are million to 2 million. And then there's 13 that are $2 million plus. And then after that, really the other 39 are all unlisted prices. So keep that in mind when you're looking at deals out here on LoopNet. But again, I've covered every single one of them, whether it's listed price or not. Even though we can't do a price per unit, I can at least tell you the location and give you my 2 cents on rents. Okay, so that's the statistics for this week. So let's get right into it. So what about the new listings? I'm going to pop on back over to the MLS because there is an interesting new listing here. It's a fourplex in Gladstone, which is North Kansas City, closer to the airport than not. Weatherby Lake, Pleasant Valley, Clay Como. This is Gladstone, right in the heart of North Kansas City. $500,000 fourplex. Says you can live in one unit, rent out the other. I actually like that price point for Gladstone. Gladstone's typically a Class A submarket. Of course, it's going to depend on rents and everything else there, but $500,000 duplex is $125,000 per unit. I'm seeing stuff sell in Class A submarkets for $600,000 easily. So if you can make the numbers work here on this style of property, it could be an interesting investment for you. If you've got a 1031 exchange, you like North Kansas City, you like this building location. Again, it's going to be location specific on these fourplexes, but something to at least take a look at for your 1031 exchange. Okay. All right. So let's pop back over here to LoopNet. We got one new listing here. I believe this is actually listed as part of a package in the past. It may have been broken up into one building. So it's a sixplex for $775,000. Do the quick math on that. So sixplex for $775,000. 775,000 divided by 6. That's basically $129,000 per unit. for sixplex, which is kind of in the range of what stuff goes for, especially depending on how nice it is, what kind of rents we got, all those kind of things here. I believe these are large 2-bedroom, 1-bath units. I could be wrong on that, but it's a Class A submarket here in Kansas City, of course, close to the streetcar extension stop over here on Southwest Traffic Way. Love the location, just north of 39th Street, just west of Broadway. Nice kind of on a little bit more of a quieter area in Midtown. I love that it's close to KU Med. I love that it's close to Westport. I think it's, again, what stuff is selling for in Midtown is at $115,000, $110,000 to $130,000 per unit, depending on the size and the condition of the building. So something to take a look at for your 1031 exchange if you want to get aggressive in the market and if you want to do that in the Midtown Westport market. Okay? All right, guys, I'm not going to waste any more time. That's it for today. That's the 1031 exchange. That's the active real estate investors. If you got any questions about any of these properties, hit me up, Alex at legendaryapartmentbrokers.com. We'll talk soon.